Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So, just recently, the actor famous from the series Family Matters, which was a good show, by the way, y'all, Darius McCrary, came forward on social media and expressed his concern, stating that he felt like his ex-girlfriend was out to unalive him. Now, this is some serious stuff, y'all. When it comes to domestic violence, sometimes people's voices are silenced. They don't get heard. Nobody pays attention until it's too late. It's already hard enough for some women to get, the attention that they need. And unfortunately, there have been women who have taken advantage of that. It's not always easy for men who have been on the receiving end for domestic violence. And let me say this, I'm not trying to start a competition on who has it worse. If you know anything about me, you know I hate that kind of stuff. Although it is not easy for men to come forward to, express and admit that they have been on the receiving end of domestic violence. And a lot of people don't take it seriously when men are on the receiving end of it. Y'all know I don't promote double standards on this channel. Y'all know I speak out against this kind of stuff when it happens to women, just like I'll speak out against it when it happens to men. And it is really troubling, and disturbing that he had to take it to social media because not a whole lot was happening. He even, opened up about how this woman, allegedly, according to him, attempted to attack him with a lead pipe. Y'all, that's attempted murder, if you ask me. She could have really, bashed his head in. Any woman that comes at you like that is dangerous. It's dangerous. And not only that, according to him also, she's been doing all kind of other crazy stuff, like taking his stuff that he can't get back, tried to kidnap his dog, allegedly. Listen, whenever it comes to animals, all bets are off the table because that's usually the gateway, so to speak, to doing crimes against people. A lot of people start with animals. So I shudder to wonder what would have happened if she would have succeeded and took his dog, what she would have done. Maybe she just wanted to take it just to mess with him more. But again, we don't know that. She could have took the dog and did some bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's like the gateway for a lot of people to go into doing psychopathic and harmful things and fatal things to people. And she was also calling him all kind of names, calling him a punk and whatnot. She's just low down. And then he tried to file a restraining order. And I think the first time he filed it, it didn't go through because he was supposed to show up to court. But because he was trying to get away from her, and he was, trying to get himself together, I guess he couldn't really get to the court date the way he wanted to. And so they kind of just shrugged it off. But I believe he was able to file a restraining order against her, or at least he's still in the process of doing it. Fellas, y'all got to be careful out there with some of these women y'all be getting involved with, okay? Y'all need to be careful who you're choosing to lay down with, who you're choosing to marry and procreate with, okay? Because some of these women are crazy. They mean you no good. They mean you destruction. And to make things worse, allegedly, according to him and different reports, this woman is on drugs. People will do crazy stuff on drugs. There are people who take drugs just so the crazy can come out more. That's not good. That's not okay. So anybody is liable to do anything with crazy intent that was already there on top of drugs. Now, a lot of people, I'm sure they'll say, okay, well, you don't know what he did to her. Maybe he did something to her. But if he's trying to run away from her and he has to put a restraining order on her, something don't add up somewhere. The math ain't mathing. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's trying to actively get away from her, the math ain't mathing. And even if somebody has done something to you, the retaliation, the attacking people, assaulting people, we're not going to make excuses, okay? Because there are some people out here who were in some real bad situations where they were getting abused or assaulted endlessly, mercilessly, and they had to do something about it, which are some rarer cases. But I don't believe this was the case. I believe that this woman was just not, like I said in a previous video, operating in a sound mind, and he was just trying to get away from her. And it's sad that it has gotten so bad that he is now disturbed and afraid for his life. Nobody should have to be afraid for their life from an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever. You know what I'm saying? So I really hope that whatever restraining order or, evidence he needs to prove that she's crazy and she's unhinged and that she needs to be somewhere, away from him. I hope he can get it and that he can get the restraining order that he needs to keep her away from him for as long as he needs her away from him, which might be forever, so that he don't have to live in fear of losing his life to a crazy woman. But anyways, like I said before, sometimes domestic violence against men is not taken seriously. I'm not saying that it's not worse for women, because I know that women go through absolute hell because of these kinds of situations. I'm just stating the fact that sometimes they don't take it seriously when it comes to men. And depending on the situation, certain things are taken into account and not taken into account. For example, like if I couldn't find a picture of his ex-girlfriend on the internet. I don't know why, but if his ex-girlfriend is like white, sometimes in these kind of situations, they take the word of the white girlfriend over these black men. So that kind of stuff happens too. We can't just ignore that, just because we don't want to admit it, but sometimes that happens too. But I really hope, like I said, that he gets what he needs to get so that he can get away from her. And men, fellas, like I said, I'm going to say it again. Y'all need to be careful with who y'all are getting involved with. Because there's some cuckoo ladies running around here. Okay? You think you messing with, somebody that's calm, cool, and collected. You'll find out real fast. Okay? Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel down in the comments below, respectfully.